I recently got married to my long-term fiancé. She and my mom have never really gotten along. I always hoped things would get better after the marriage. My mom invited us over for dinner, which was supposed to be our first meal as a married couple at her house. Now, my wife is a vegan. She was a vegetarian before, but switched to vegan a couple months ago. My mom knows she's a vegan, despite that my mom didn't prepare a single vegan dish for her, except a soggy-looking salad. Even the veggie soup, she added chicken broth to it to make it tastier. The rest was all non-vegan stuff like mac and cheese, fried chicken, jambalaya, and banana pudding for dessert. All things my wife can't eat. I told my mom we were going to leave before dinner since there was nothing for Olga, my wife, to eat. My mom said she could just pick the shrimp out of the jambalaya and eat the salad. I told her that's not how it works. Then she started insisting the veggie soup was fine. I pointed out that it wasn't vegan because of the chicken broth, which according to my mom was bullcrap. She then asked Olga if she can't just eat normally for one day. My wife said no, but she doesn't mind just having the salad. But I knew she was just trying to save the day and was fed up with how my mom was treating her. So I thanked my mom and told her we were leaving. My mom freaked out. She blamed us for being disrespectful. She said she spent hours cooking all that food for me. I told her that's the issue. She should have thought about Olga too. My mom said I was exaggerating because it's not like she's allergic or anything. Am I the jerk? Sheesh. What in the world was OP's mom thinking? For her to have gone out of her way to not make a single dish, except for a pathetic excuse for a salad for her daughter-in-law, is not a good look. OP knows that his mother and wife don't get along, and it would be one thing if both of them contributed to the problem by somewhat antagonizing the other. But even if OP's wife was the one starting most of their conflicts, his mom didn't do herself any favors by making an almost entirely non-vegan meal for her son and his wife, and also tampering with at least one of the so-called vegan dishes. And while the mom could say she didn't know that adding chicken broth to the vegetable soup meant it was no longer vegan, her trying to defend her actions even after her son pointed out the truth by claiming the chicken broth would make the soup tastier makes that hard to believe. Then there's the salad, which depending on the type of salad dressing used, if there was any on there to begin with, might not have been vegan either. So, if you ask me, OP's mom is lucky things turned out the way they did. Depending on how bad previous conflicts between OP's mom and wife were in the past, this situation easily could have been the breaking point which changed the mom's relationship with her son. After all, people have gone low to no contact with family members for all sorts of reasons, even the ones they're very close to. Having said that, OP, you're not the jerk here, and I'm giving you a 0 on the AITA scale. On the other hand, your mother certainly is, and so she'll be getting a 4. No matter what her relationship with you or your wife is like, there was no reason for her behavior other than to purposefully start trouble. As you mentioned in your post, she knew that your wife has been a vegan for quite some time now, but instead of respecting that, she invites you and your wife over for dinner, trying to back your wife into a corner by forcing her to either eat the non-vegan dishes she spent hours cooking for you or the clearly subpar salad. And that, folks, wraps up this episode of r/Am I the Jerk. If you liked this video, then click on this next video for more unbelievable stories like this one.